We're counting down the top 3 most valuable Washington quarter dollars ever discovered. Could be worth up to $200,000 hidden in plain sight, some Washington quarter dollars, and you might be holding one right now. From rare mint errors to elusive varieties, these coins have shocked collectors with jaw-dropping auction prices. The story of the 1969 Washington quarter dollar begins with an era of massive change in U.S. coinage. The 1960s marked a critical turning point. In 1965, the U.S. Mint transitioned away from silver in its quarters due to rising costs and increasing demand for coinage. This shift meant that post-1964 quarters were clad coins, consisting of a copper core sandwiched between 2 layers of nickel. The 1969 quarter followed this new standard, but something went very wrong with a few of them. First, let's talk about the design. The Washington quarter has remained one of the most iconic American coins since its debut in 1932, created to commemorate the 200th birthday of George Washington. John Flanagan, the sculptor behind the coin, based his obverse design on a bust of Washington by Jean-Antoine Houdon. The obverse features a left-facing portrait of the first U.S. president, with the word "the reverse," until 1998, displayed a majestic heraldic eagle clutching a bundle of arrows, with olive branches beneath its wings, a powerful symbol of America's readiness for both war and peace. Double die errors occur when a coin die is incorrectly manufactured, producing a doubling of design elements on the coins it strikes. This can result in visibly doubled lettering, numbers, or other features. In the case of the 1969 quarter, some specimens have been reported with doubling so intense that it looks like a shadow version of the original design. Although many of these are believed to be minor machine doubling, a few coins have shown signs of true hub doubling, the holy grail for collectors. Another fascinating error attributed to this coin is the off-center strike, where the coin is struck misaligned with the die, causing part of the design to be missing or shifted. This happens when the blank planchet doesn't properly align within the press. A 1969 quarter with a 10% or greater off-center strike, combined with full date and mintmark visibility, can command hundreds to thousands of dollars. When it comes to value, most circulated 1969 quarters are worth face value. However, those with dramatic errors, pristine condition, or both can sell for jaw-dropping prices. High-grade examples certified by grading services like PCGS or NGC in MS67 or higher can fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Combine that grade with a rare error, and the price skyrockets. For example, a known error specimen with heavy doubling and high mint state grade could realistically bring $20,000 to $30,000 or more at auction. Unconfirmed reports suggest that a unique error variety, possibly involving a combination of striking anomalies, may have been privately sold for over $50,000, though such rumors remain in the realm of collector legend until verified. The 1967 Washington quarter dollar was minted during a time of major transition in the U.S. coinage system. Just 2 years prior, in 1965, the U.S. Mint stopped producing quarters made of 90% silver and moved to a clad composition of copper and nickel. This decision came after a nationwide coin shortage and rising silver prices made it economically unfeasible to continue using precious metals in everyday currency. The Coinage Act of 1965 authorized this drastic change, leading to the production of new clad coins starting that year. What makes the 1967 Washington quarter truly special to collectors isn't just its place in this historical shift, it's the errors. Minting errors from this year are among the most prized in numismatics, with some mistakes so rare they only exist in handfuls. The most notable of these are wrong planchet errors, where the quarter was mistakenly struck on a coin blank intended for a different denomination. For instance, some 1967 quarters were struck on copper cent planchets, weighing only 3.11 grams instead of the standard 5.67 grams. Others were struck on dime planchets or even foreign coin blanks, creating off-metal errors that are extraordinarily rare. Then there are double strike errors, where the coin was struck more than once, often resulting in overlapping designs that are visually stunning and clearly distinguishable. Off-center strikes are another category of errors that can drastically increase a coin's value. These occur when the blank is not properly aligned during striking, leading to a design that appears shifted or cut off. The more dramatic the misalignment, particularly if the date is still visible, the higher the value. Broad-struck errors are also known for their warped, stretched-out appearance, caused when the retaining collar fails to properly contain the blank during the strike. And let's not forget clipped planchet errors, where a portion of the coin is missing due to a mistake in the punching process. Market values for 1967 era Washington quarters can range from a few $100s for more common errors to tens of thousands for extremely rare examples in pristine condition. For example, a 1967 quarter struck on a penny planchet has been known to sell for over $6,000. A double strike in mint state condition, easily $10,000 or more. And then there are the unicorn's error coins, so rare and flawless that their auction prices defy expectation. In one documented case, a 1967 quarter error coin with a dramatic double strike and full details sold for a staggering $122,000 at auction. These sales aren't anomalies, they represent a growing collector interest in error coins as legitimate, high-value investments. The story of 1972 Washington quarter dollar, a time of shifting American culture, the Vietnam War ongoing, and the nation settling into its post-1960s rhythm. But inside the Denver Mint, nestled in the heart of Colorado, something unusual was happening. Among the countless millions of Washington quarters struck that year, a small handful emerged bearing unusual and valuable errors that would eventually become the obsession of numismatists and treasure hunters alike. To understand the significance of the 1972 error quarter, we must first look at the coin itself. The Washington quarter had already been in circulation for 40 years by the time this particular error occurred. Introduced in 1932 to commemorate the bicentennial of George Washington's birth, the quarter quickly became a staple in American currency. The obverse, designed by John Flanagan, features a profile of George Washington, while the reverse in 1972 still carried the heraldic eagle, a bold, symmetrical design featuring an eagle with outstretched wings, arrows clutched in its talons, and an olive branch just below. Among the most notable errors found on 1972 quarters are die varieties and striking anomalies, including double dies, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, and struck-through grease errors. One of the most talked about error types for this coin is the double die obverse, although it is significantly rarer than similar errors on Lincoln cents of the same era. For collectors, clipped planchets are also a known error associated with the 1972 Washington quarter. These occur when a portion of the metal blank was accidentally clipped before the coin was struck. While minor clips may be valued modestly, dramatic clips, especially curved or ragged ones, can significantly raise a coin's market price, particularly when both the obverse and reverse exhibit cleanly struck details. The market value for these error coins varies widely based on the specific error, its severity, and the coin's condition. Circulated examples with minor errors might bring in $20,000 to $40,000, while high-grade coins with severe errors can command several $1,000s. For instance, a 1972 quarter with a significant off-center strike and visible date could easily sell for over $60,000. A double die obverse, if well-defined and confirmed, could skyrocket in value, potentially surpassing $30,000 or more at auction. Grading plays a pivotal role in determining a coin's value. A 1972 quarter with an error graded MS-65 by PCGS or NGC is significantly more valuable than one in XF or AU condition. Mint state coins exhibit strong luster, minimal contact marks, and sharp strike quality, making them ideal for collectors and auction houses.